Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming. Today we are playing Mazin Saga, also known as Mazin Wars, depending on where you're from. So let's get into it. So we play as the hero Mazinger-Z or Mazinger-Z, and in each round we have to take down a different kaiju. So we're up against Garada K7 in round 1. A kind of large sort of skeleton monster. So each level has 3 acts, and then once you clear the 3rd act, you have a one-on-one battle with the boss in your giant sort of a Power Rangers Megazord style form. So we just want to hack through these basic enemies here. There is a cheat code to just do the kaiju battles if you want, but I thought I should show you the full game today because I personally don't think the platform beat 'em up sections are that bad, although most people definitely prefer just the kaiju battles. So, as you can see there, we had a brief encounter with the the toes of the boss. We will fight the full boss in due course. On to part 2. As you see, we're moving up the building here. Eventually we'll get to the rooftop and we will have a sort of mini boss battle on the rooftop and then the main boss battle. A lot of people at the time, particularly when they saw the kaiju battles at the end of each level in this game, they thought it really is a shame that we never got a Power Rangers game like that, because it does look exactly like you would want a Power Rangers game to look. I mean, I don't think the Power Rangers game on the Mega Drive was that bad. You know, it's no Street Fighter 2, but it's all right. But a lot of people were kind of saying, you know, Mazin Saga / Mazin Wars was the sort of a benchmark that they should have been following, because this did come out before Power Rangers, although the source material is similar. Speaking of Power Rangers, if anybody watches that show, this monster on the far side of the screen here is very reminiscent of the Soccardillo Season 1 monster that the Rangers had to take down. Not sure which came first, but one is clearly borrowing from the other. Taking a bit of a beating here, but it's okay, we're getting there. Okay, many Soccardillos are down, and we move on to part 3 of round 1. And these red guys can be tricky, so you've got to watch out for them. Their claw attacks do quite a bit of damage. Get them before they get you. Okay, and now we have our sort of sub-boss battle here. So when his hands come out, you have to hit them. Watch for which of his shoulders raises, because that gives you a hint as to which arm is incoming, and you can then fly kick it. Like so. Oh, we got that wrong there. Go. So I think you see the pattern here. And he's down, so we move on to the main boss battle now. So there's a battle like this at the end of every level. Basically, we just we want to just take this guy down, but he does have various special moves and so on that make it a little more difficult than it should be. And this is a straight up one-on-one fighting mode, so if he knocks you out, you have to start again, -1 life with him on a full energy bar, so be careful. But this boss isn't that difficult. Your sword attacks alone should be enough to take him down. As I say, you can see the, you know, where the Power Rangers thing should have come in here, because a Power Rangers game like this would have looked awesome at the time on the Mega Drive. But we've got Mazinger anyway, so, you know, that's good. I don't know much about the character of Mazinger, as beyond the fact that he was written by Go Nagai, who's quite a famous artist and writer. Not much beyond that, I'm afraid. I never saw any anime or anything like that with the character. Okay, Garada K7 is down, and we move on to level 2. So, level 2, we are fighting Slughead. Okay, and we're in India this time. We go around the world taking out these kaiju, so... Ooh, temporary invincibility. Let's get ripped into these guys before it wears off. There we go. Okay. The controls in this game are basic, but they are responsive, so it doesn't feel frustrating, even if it does feel a little bit limiting at times. And that's the first section cleared. On to the second. Good thing is, when you get to a new section, you always get your health restored as well, so there's definitely a motivation to try and make it as far as you can without dropping a life. Oh, some extra energy there. That'll serve us well. We're doing good, doing quite good here so far. Yeah, I don't know how popular this game was in the States whenever, but I remember renting it when it came out in Europe, and you know, it got good reviews in all the UK Sega magazines at the time. So yeah. These guys are a bit tricky. Just got to smack into them without thinking too much about it. But they do have a habit of creeping up behind you with the columns on this level. These guys on the hover bikes are a bit of a pain, because they tend to sneak up on you. But again, they're easily taken down. It's not a difficult game, this, apart from the kaiju fights. The later kaiju fights can be quite tough. Particularly the last level where you fight against basically another version of yourself. Okay, moving on. sub-boss here. And we've lost our first life there, but that's okay. Yeah, I used my special move there, although it did drain some health. Okay, the sub-boss is down, and now we're on to the Kaiju battle. So the Slughead is particularly susceptible to low attacks, from what I remember. Jump in, and then just hit him with your low attacks. Kinda looks a bit like a Xenomorph, doesn't it? It's just that gaping maw that kind of has me thinking that. We're doing okay here. And basically you want to jump in whenever you can and just use your superior range to land hits with your sword. That Morning Star is powerful, but it isn't quite as far-reaching as your sword. And it's not as fast either. Oh, you can block as well by using the A button, so that's worth noting. But we've almost got him here. Couple more hits will do it. And he's down. Level 2 is clear. Now, level 3. We're fighting Dino Beast, and we're in Europe. Okay. Looks like the ruins of Paris by the sight of it. Enemies are getting a bit more aggressive now, as you can see. Nothing we can't handle though. Oh, yeah. Made a bit of a mess of that. I'm using the verticality of the battle plane there to get out the way of the flames. That's your secret there. Oh, mini Socadillos are back in town. As I said, there's it's simple combat, but there is a fluidity to it that's quite good fun. Oh. Dropped another life there, but that's alright. Still got plenty left. And we got continues as well if things really go south, so not to worry. Now this is an auto-scroller, as you can see. Oh dear. Thankfully there's an extra life there, so every time you mess up you can always get another shot at it. Okay, that's the hard part done. Now, just one more level to navigate, then we have our Kaiju battle. The fact that you have that extra life at the start of that auto-scrolling level makes it a lot less frustrating to go through. Always try and take out the guy with the sword first, because they are the more dangerous ones. These kind of cyclopean robot things, you will fight a giant version of one of them later on. I think it's at the end of level 4 if I remember right. Oh, dropped another life, but that's alright. Still got 3 left. Alright, so same as level 1, the feet are going to come down and stomp, and when they do, we hit them. That's it, pretty simple really. And now the Kaiju battle. Okay, so with Dino Beast, you've got to keep on top of him and watch out for that shoulder charge. He loves to overuse it. Mazinger's swipe, which is away and attack button, is quite effective though, if you can time it right, like so. So each of the Kaiju battles has a specific weakness that once you figure it out, you can just basically exploit it into oblivion. One more hit will do it. And he's down. Dino Beast is out the game. And we move on to the next level. Stage 4 versus Burster Claw, and we're now in New York. Round 4, as you can see, we've got a bit of an insect problem here. But this whole aesthetic does kind of fit, because as I said, we're going to fight a big sort of cyclopoid bug monster at the end of this level, so... Really nice enemy variation in this game. Lots of different enemies for you to fight against, and each level introduces something new. So it's well, it's definitely better than Batman Forever in that regard. I think it's a thematic thing as well, that the surroundings are getting more and more alien and sort of bio-organic as we're moving through them. You know, less like Earth and more like some sort of weird alien thing. That was pretty quick. Ah, now here is the boss now chasing us. we've got to run to keep ahead of him, it would seem. So if that claw catches us, then we lose a life. Oh no, not quite. We just lose a bit of energy, it would seem. Okay, here he is now. So we're gonna hit that eye whenever it pops down. So I think you see the pattern here. Just watch out for that shadow, and when it comes down, hit it. Keep out the way of the claws in the meantime as well. Okay, we got him. Now for the Kaiju battle. Buster Claw. The most difficult thing about Buster Claw is his tail. He loves to just kind of throw that out. Whenever you try and land any sort of mid or high attack, he will just counter with his tail. So be ready for it, like that. He is particularly susceptible to aerial attacks, but the problem is he doesn't jump very often, so you've got to be quite lucky to catch him. Oh, that was a good hit. That was a good hit as well. Right, we're doing well here. Right, we're getting there. Those jumping attacks are really helping. Again with that tail though. He really loves to overuse that tail attack. This is going to be a close one. One more hit. And we got him. On to the next level. Round 5 versus negative Mazinger. So basically a evil doppelganger of our hero. Even the basic enemies are a bit more aggressive in this level. There we go. This thing's looking kind of reminiscent of the Transformer RC, the female Transformer. Let's get that energy. Okay, moving on. Okay, on to part 2. Definitely a spike in difficulty here. You can feel how more aggressive the enemies are. Also, the you know, the variety of enemies as well is increasing. They're faster too. Those kind of ghoulish-looking aliens are a lot quicker to unleash their attacks than they were previously. And the bugs now take 2 hits instead of 1. We've got this though. Oh. There we go. And moving on. Okay. Ooh, extra life. That was handy. And there's our enemy. So much like level 1, we want to hit these arms as they get launched across. So that's the key. Get out of the way, then chase after it. Okay. Try not to get hit. This is getting a bit silly now. Faster and more aggressive now though. That's still a slow one occasionally, and ironically that's the one that hits me. There we go. Right, we got him. Now, I think we're going to the Kaiju fight now. Yes, here we are. Negative Mazinger has a fireball attack that does quite a lot of damage, but the good thing is, when he does it, gives you a chance to jump over him and get a hit in, like so. If you time it right. Timing is the tricky part, obviously. And also at that range, good luck trying to dodge anything. That was good. We've almost got him. One more hit will do it. And he's down. So Negative Mazinger is out the picture. And we've done it. Bit of an anticlimactic end sequence if I'm being honest, but oh well. Fun game though. So that was Mazin Saga. This has been Tartan Samurai Gaming. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.